Okay, so normally I would do my regular YouTube intro, but I just want to preface this now by saying if you have this video turned up and you're out in public, I highly advise you to turn this down because your discretion is advised. It's going to get pretty colorful in here, so I just want to let y'all know this now. All right. So, yes, you can tell by the title, and Undisputed has put out a trailer headlining their new DLC with a pack of fighters that's supposed to be coming to Undisputed on the 12th, I believe. It's pretty sure it's paid DLC or whatnot. Now, there's a good handful of boxes that are in there, but there's one in particular that you can see on the screen that I'm not really too fond of, right? Now, before I dive into this, right, let's just come to a little congregation for a second. If I sell weed, right, I got gas, you know what I'm saying? Straight gas, primo. If I got a handful of people who are buying from me and I'm selling them by the zip, right? Am I Frank Lucas? Am I Pablo Escobar all of a sudden? No. I'm just a nigga that sells weed and I got that gas. That's all I am. I sell weed, got that gas, and I got a couple people that buy from me. That's it. Right? If you get in your car, whatever car it is you got, whether it be an American Muscle, import, tuner, GTR, Viper, Mustang, Corvette, Challenger, Charger, whatever it is you drive, right? And you decide to get on the highway, you happen to touch triple digits in your car. You say, you know what, I'm going to see if I can hit 100 miles an hour plus in this car. So you hit the highway, you land rubber, you doing the damn thing. Are you Jeff Gordon now? Are you Dale Earnhardt now? Are you a stock car racer at this point? Because you hit 100 miles an hour a few times in your car? No. You just somebody who likes to go super duper fast in the car, and that's what you like to do. But that don't make you qualified to say that, oh, I can be a stock car driver now. No. Just because I sell a little bit of weed and I got gas and I got some clientele, that don't make me qualified to go sell some bricks now. So my point is, just because Jake Paul has fought some fighters that, or he put some gloves, he trained for a little bit, put some gloves on, and fought in a boxing ring, and somehow, I don't even know if they were sanctioned, but whatever. Just because he got in a boxing ring, trained for a little bit, and fought a couple of people that decided to step in the ring with him, that does not make him a fucking boxer. So, Undisputed, or SCI, Steel City Interactive, I'm talking to you guys. If this game was supposed to be painted as a boxing purist's dream or a boxing fan's dream game, why the fuck do we have Jake Paul as a boxer in this DLC? Go tell that shit to a 10-year-old that don't know a lick about boxing. If you go look in this DLC, we got Juan Manuel Marquez, you got Marcos Barrea on here, you got the guy who knocked out Deontay Wilder, I can't say his name, I don't want to mispronounce it, and you got a few other fighters in there that I can't think on top of my head. You have other real fighters in this DLC that have contributed more to the sport than Jake Paul has ever done. If you want to break this down to like its finest compound on some chemistry shit, Jake Paul is a social media influencer / YouTuber. That's his lane. That's his niche. That is always what he has been. You're not going to convince me that just because this man has fought Mike Tyson, Anderson Silva, who else has he fought? Tommy Fury is probably the closest thing we can get to an actual boxer who actually did something. Who else he fought? Nate Robinson, some other retired, out of shape MMA fighter that he fought. You're not going to convince me that just because he fought those guys and he beat them or lost them or whatever, that he is a boxer. Absolutely not. If that's the case, bro, then that means I'm going to be a boxer as well. I'll go downstairs and go hit on my bag for 5 rounds, 3 minutes apiece. I'm trying to go train so I can go fight Shakur Stevenson or get a title fight with Tank Davis now. That's what I am now. I'm not a YouTuber no more. I'm a boxer as well. If that's what we're going to go with now. Like, this is an insult to the boxing world who really is trying to let this man, Jake Paul, get off as a boxer. And the fact that y'all are glazing him so hard to the point where people are really thinking that this man is a boxer and he's not. There are people who have who have, as a kid, came up on boxing, trained, studied, live, eat, and sleep boxing. They had to use boxing as a way to get out of the environments at the end. So they hold that shit very sacred to themselves. That boxing ain't something that you can play. You can't just dress up and be a boxer. You can't do that. That's something that you got to dedicate time to. Where the fuck is Jake Paul dedicated time to boxing? He's been known more longer as a YouTuber or a social media influencer than a boxer. He's known more for that. But the way y'all are trying to change the narrative as him being a great boxer now is fucking blasphemous to the people who actually have taken time and have spent majority of their lives clinging to boxing, because that's the only thing that kept them going in life. So the fact that SCI, you guys have painted this game again as a boxing purist dream game, or a real boxing fan's game, and has also said that y'all are adding boxers from the past to the present, like Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Rocky Marciano from the past. Those are past fighters. Clarissa Shields, as far as present fighters go. Clarissa Shields, Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford, and the names go on. You know what I'm saying? Or Lomachenko, and like I said, the names go on. Those are real fighters, real boxers who have contributed more to the sport and have paid their dues to be in that ring and have their names amongst other boxers who have contributed so much to the sport, and their name holds so much weight that you can't do nothing but respect it when you see their name comes up. This shit is disrespectful, bro. Right now, SCI, you guys are confirming exactly the one thing that I thought you guys would never do. And I kind of seen it based off of how shitty this update has been. Because I got a video for that as well. But I wanted to drop this because I feel like a lot of content creators are going to sit here and try to somehow okay this, because they're trying to stay in the good graces of, Undisputed and Steel City Interactive in hopes to get put on or to get, brownie points or whatever. And they're not going to really tell them the actual truth, but kind of tread lightly. No, bro, I'm not finna do that. If you guys are going to have this narrative of this being a boxing sim this, a boxing sim that, you got to stick to that. Don't add a full of shit boxer on here that's really not even a real boxer, because you guys are trying to drive in revenue or try to bring in more people to play your game because you see that there's a notable name that's in the world right now, and they're trying to pass him off as a boxer. But to bring people over to your game, you add him in the game. Like this entire DLC, honestly, I feel like he should be a separate purchase by himself. I'm not going to call the entire DLC trash, although I do feel like with Jake Paul being amongst the other actual boxers, it makes the DLC trash. But I feel honestly like Jake Paul should be a purchase by himself. If people want to play as Jake Paul, let him be a separate purchase of himself. Don't put him amongst the other names of actual boxers who contributed to the sport. Aside from how shit this game has been or how it's turned into after this update with the poor tracking and the stamina being overdone, overcorrected the way that it's been, this right here was like, to me, feels like the final blow, because it shows me how tone deaf you guys are. It shows me where you guys' true values lie. That's what it shows me. You guys don't care about the boxing sim or the boxing community like you claim that you do. You guys don't care to actually implement a boxing sim type game. You don't care for that. You guys are backtracking all that shit now because you guys are taking advantage of a vulnerable crowd right now, which is the boxing crowd. You're taking advantage of a boxing crowd right now, and you're seeing how much revenue can get brought up, so you're playing into that. As far as trying to make the game better and playable, you guys aren't doing that. You're not trying to. Because if you were, that update that came out wouldn't have made the game turn into shit the way it is now. But as far as everything, all in all, I guess I say all that shit to say, this DLC is a joke, honestly. You know what I mean? I feel like, again, Jake Paul should be his own separate purchase, and all the other fighters that are included besides Jake Paul, I'll happily pay for that. I'll pay for that. I don't have an issue paying with that. Paying for that. I don't have an issue with that. But to add Jake Paul to a list of boxers that have contributed more to the sport, again, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's the truth, that have contributed more to the sport than this man has ever done in his little short stint, is very disrespectful to the other boxers. It is extremely disrespectful. And SCI should be ashamed of their fucking selves. And this is somebody who has, as a kid, has watched a lot of boxing matches. I've seen people come. I've seen people go. Pause. I've seen a lot of boxing matches in my time. So I understand how brutal it can get. I can understand how people are dedicated to the sport. I can see how people live, eat, sleep boxing. I can understand that. But to see somebody just dress up as a boxer and get hit a little lick, get a little bit of bread, and then get up out of there, and then be painted as some people glazing so hard to call this man the greatest boxer of all time or of our generation. Fucking enough, man. Enough with the dumb shit, bro. Enough, man. Still City Interactive, this is bullshit, and I'm calling y'all out on that, man. If nobody else is going to do it, I'll do it. This is bullshit, man. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. Make sure you like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread links. Y'all know what to do. I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Devine. I'm signing out. Peace.